Hello friends, you're watching Unbeatable Combi. I'm Father Carlos Luis and I welcome you to this segment called as Prokas. I'm going to answer all your questions that you have placed before me. Well, I first of all thank you for liking and watching my previous videos that have been uploaded in this week, and for showing your support, for showing your love. Thank you very much. I'm really very excited to carry on this small little thing that I am doing along with you. I'm sure you're going to support me hereafter. Please do share all these videos with your friends, family, relatives, anyone you know who will be interested in them and will be benefited by them. Okay, so with this I go on to answering your questions. The first question that I have was actually placed by many people who have asked me, where was I for the past 8 months from the time I've started doing these videos? Where was I? Well, to tell you frankly, I loved doing this videos. I had a very good experience when I did these videos every day, placing before you my reflections on the Word of God of the next day. But then the past 8 months were very hectic. I was busy with many different things that were happening in my life. To tell you frankly, I am the vocation promoter for Palutines in Goa, and therefore I was involved in many activities related to that, and otherwise many other things were happening in my life. Therefore I was occupied with these things and I couldn't carry on with the reflections every day. Nevertheless, to tell you, there is a reflection already being shared by Pauline fathers, so you can definitely go through their videos on YouTube. They give reflections every day and help the faithful to reflect on the Word of God. So if I am not doing, at least there is someone who is doing, so there is no problem. I think you can always refer to them and reflect on the Word of God. So that was my response to the question, where was I? The next question is, why not reflections every day? Well, dear friends, as I have said, I am the vocation promoter for Palutines in Goa, and therefore and now hereafter this coming academic year I will be occupied with many other things, and therefore I don't think it is practically possible with me to do reflections every day. But on Thursday for sure I'm going to do a reflection of the next day, and also practically because it is practically not possible for me to shoot a video and then edit it as well and then upload it on YouTube, as I'm doing all this by myself. Therefore it is practically not possible for me to upload a video or shoot a video, then edit the video and then upload it on YouTube. Therefore for now maybe I will only concentrate on one day at least to share my reflections with you, and I'm sure you are going to benefit from them. How do I prepare and present reflections? Yes, I read through a lot of material and then I reflect and then I present it to the faithful, present it to you as my viewer. Sometimes I have heard from different people saying that maybe you are doing a copy of somebody else's reflections. I do not really think that it will be convincing if I copy somebody else's and then I preach or I break the word with you. Therefore I try to read, reflect and then share my reflection with you. So that's how the process is all about. Fourthly, I think there was a question with regard to on the third day Jesus rose from the dead. That's clear. That is why we celebrate Easter Sunday, which is the Sunday when Jesus rose from the dead. How do we calculate as Good Friday? How do we calculate 3 o'clock in the evening as Jesus dying on the cross? Why do we say 3 o'clock Jesus died on the cross, and that too on a Good Friday? Well, frankly speaking, on Holy Thursday we celebrate this event of Jesus actually getting down to the apostles and then teaching them about service, the Last Supper that Jesus celebrated along with the disciples. And that's what we celebrate on Maundy Thursday, where Jesus showed the disciples that we need to be servants. We need to serve the others, and that's how we are going to carry out the mission of Jesus, mission that God had given to him, and then he carried out it in the world. And now we as his followers have to carry on this word of God through our way of life. And that's what he showed in that Last Supper event. And also the breaking of the bread, the institution of the Holy Eucharist, also happened on Maundy Thursday, and therefore we celebrate the priesthood day on that day. And the following day, the Good Friday, we consider, or we believe that Jesus actually went through excruciating pain and suffering from 2 o'clock in the morning, 2 a.m. From 2 o'clock in the morning, he was taken to different people for execution. For better understanding, there is a video made by Brother Melito and the team. CCR TV has presented this very clearly, giving the timings where Jesus was taken to different places, to different Jewish leaders at that time, from 2 a.m. onwards, to Roman emperors for execution, for trial. Okay, so you can check through their video and you can get more clarity. And therefore, from 2 o'clock onwards, since Jesus was being harassed, was trialed, in the evening, about 3 o'clock, about the afternoon 3 o'clock, we consider that he, after walking that path of Calvary, that stations of the cross, the different places, at 3 o'clock in the evening or afternoon, he died on the cross. And therefore, every day, perhaps every day at 3 o'clock, we sing or recite the Divine Mercy Chaplet. That is the time we consider, or we believe that the mercy of the Lord, becomes more transparent on that at that time, 3 o'clock. And therefore 3 o'clock is the best time when we can pray and recite and sing the Divine Mercy Chaplet. The next and the last question for today is Palm Sunday. We take the crucifixion, readings of the crucifixion. Yes, because somebody asked me, why do we take readings of crucifixion on Palm Sunday? Because Palm Sunday celebrates the triumphant entry of Jesus into a place, into Jerusalem. So why do we take the readings of crucifixion? It's because this is the only time when Jesus, though he is a king, though he was a king, he was born in a stable. Though he was a king, he walked on the streets. No? But this is the only time when he actually enters Jerusalem with this triumphant praises. So actually, this is the beginning of his passion. This marks the beginning of what he is going to go through hereafter. And therefore it is also a reminder for us that we are now entering into a different phase of Jesus's life, and therefore we are taking the readings of passion, taking the readings of the crucifixion on that day. It is not just specifically the crucifixion, but the whole event. That is what we are reflecting on, that the whole event is being read on that Palm Sunday when we celebrate the Eucharist. Okay, that's all for today. If you have any more questions, please drop them below in the comment section or WhatsApp them to me at your free time. Okay, thank you very much, and please keep watching, keep encouraging, share, like this video, share it with your friends, as I have said, with your relatives, with anyone you know would be interested in such kind of videos, and enrich themselves with more spirituality, grow in spirituality, grow in love for Jesus. And until then, we will meet next on Tuesday. Until then, keep watching, keep loving, keep smiling, and be kind to one another. God bless you.